Hello, I am Moltrap, and this is the ace match of Samsung Con versus SKT1. And if you have not seen the other games yet, I recommend you go back and watch them first so you have a clear picture of what is at stake here. These two teams, some of the top teams in Pro League right now. Samsung Con starting off really rocky and climbing up to first place almost out of nowhere, winning a ton of games in a row. SKT1 surprising the hell out of everyone by leading, being in the top spots this entire season, even though they didn't do too well last season. Here they are competing for the top places with only about 5 games left each, and here they go. And this is what you could call the loser's ace match. Usually when people put in aces, you put them in for 2 different reasons. Either there's several reasons why a certain player will be put in for their ace for their team, and sometimes they'll be trained specifically on that map, and so they'll be kind of like a sniper for the ace match. Sometimes they're a team that just doesn't have anyone else put in, and so that's who they'll put in. Oftentimes, though, it's whoever did well in that set. So if they played well in game 2 and they owned really badly in game 2, if it goes to ace match, they'll say, wow, well, that guy's totally on a roll today, let's put him in. And it does make sense, honestly, because confidence is a really huge deal. I'm becoming even more aware of this lately, how confidence is a huge factor in these pro games. I mean, usually that's why dominant players stop being dominant, is their confidence falls or something like that. And so if you're on a roll, not just your confidence, but also just your playing, if your mind is really on top of things, you can play a lot better. They're really hovering on Stork's base for a long time. This is Stork. If I wasn't watching a VOD, I would think it was stuck or something. This Stork, he's going to be the blue Protoss there in the top left, and Midas is going to be in the bottom right. So that's what my point was. Both these players lost their respective matches, though. That's the last reason why they'll put him in. Sometimes they'll say, well, this player played really well, and I think that they can come back and funnel their anger at not winning their previous game into a win for the ace match, and or sometimes they'll even put them in just to give them that opportunity to prove themselves. After having lost, instead of going out on a loss, give that player a chance to prove themselves again. And in game 2, Midas played decently well, but still ended up losing in a long game to Firebat Hero. And in game 4, Stork played pretty well as well, but ended up losing to Bisu in that game due to what might be even called poor luck. I think map positions had a lot to do with it, and in addition to strategy. But Stork didn't make too many mistakes. He still played well, and he still ended up losing. So both these players getting a chance to come back and prove themselves for their team, and basically, make up for the loss of their team. But that also means that one of these players is going to have 2 losses on their belt for this match, and that's going to make them feel horrible. So we'll have to see how that goes. Stork blocking Scout. This is Othello, by the way. Stork block. I can't tell if I hate that thing or not. I haven't decided. I don't like it. I definitely don't like it. I'm referring to the mascot there. But I can't quite decide if I hate it yet or not. Stork has blocked off his ramp to prevent a scout from going in. He really doesn't want Midas to see his tech, and he's going for a quick tech build. And Midas is also going for some sort of quick tech build here. He's still got his SCVs on gas, so what that means is he's going to go for probably a 2-factory build here. There's his second factory, building it kind of off to the side, so that even if Stork manages to get a scout in, he might not see it as easily. And Stork going straight for the robo facility. Both these players going very big, fast tech builds, basically. Usually on a map like this, well, I won't say on the map like this, but usually lately we've been seeing a lot more in the way of long-term builds where you'll go 1 factory into Command Center, or 1 gate into Nexus, and that sort of thing. And both these players, though, have gotten straight robotic support bay. Straight robotic support bay. So Stork is going crazy rush here for that Reaver. He's probably got a shuttle on the way, coming out of that robotics facility. And Midas has 5 Marines out here. He's producing probably a tank from that that factory there. There comes the tank right now. And I promise you it's not off sync. I really am psychic in that regard. But this is crazy. Midas going for a quick tech build. Now, I don't know if Stork's going to have his Reaver out in time to block this, though. I don't think... it looks like Midas doesn't quite know where Stork is. He's going around the side. No, now he knows where Stork is, so he's going to head his troops up that direction. It looked like he was heading for the bottom left, although that didn't make too much sense. No, his scout just arriving there, so it looks like he was aiming for bottom left, as his scout was aiming for top left. So, Stork might be in a little bit of trouble here if he doesn't get that Reaver out soon, because he does have a ramp to hold, but mines might force, and he does have mines upgraded, so those mines might force Stork to fall back from his ramp, and that would be horrible. If Midas gets inside his base, that'll be tragic for Stork. He does have the observatory up now, actually, so he might be able to deal with that after all. The Reaver is out. The Reaver is out, so this is going to be able to allow Stork to hold this off pretty well, I believe. He can just hold his ramp. He can fire Scarabs down. Once he takes out those Marines, the shuttle will be able to do whatever it needs to do. There goes the Reaver. Reaver dropping out, not quite close enough to get a Scarab off, and I think Midas saw what was going on and reacted there, and he was able to pull back his forces there, so he decided not to go in, and that was a smart move on his part. Oh, mines out there! You don't... Oh, no! Oh, so close! That Reaver was so close to getting hit by that mine, and that would have been horrible for Stork because his shuttle was on the move, and I don't think his shuttle would have been able to get back quickly enough to pick up that Reaver. And Stork is actually going for Midas's base with that Reaver, and Midas is going in for a counter here. He's going in. Stork trying to set up an expansion, and Midas going in for a kill, trying to kill off this expansion while Stork's shuttle and his Reaver is out in the other direction. Stork does have... Okay, Stork is bringing back his Reaver, though. Stork is bringing back his Reaver. He thought that Midas pulled all of his forces back, when in fact, Midas had just